What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Anybody on? Anybody want to come on and say hello? So I guess I'll just start chatting with you guys. Hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday afternoon. Wanted to chat with you guys for a few minutes. Couple cool things happened this weekend. If you guys haven't had a chance yet, for all you guys that donated, or sorry, let me back up. For you guys that didn't know, the Southwest Carpet Fest did a USARC donation or auction to benefit, all the proceeds to the items that were in the auction went to USARC to help with our rights to keep reptiles, to breed reptiles, and for all those that contributed, maybe you donated but you didn't win the item, just wanted to personally say thank you. I didn't have any animals to offer. I thought about offering a voucher, but I've kind of taken the season off because I've been doing I've been putting all my efforts into acquiring new projects, as well as focusing a lot of my time and energy into Godbolt Exotics, the YouTube channel, as well as Corallus Radio, the podcast. So with Corallus Radio and the podcast, I've been doing that more often. That's probably like an every other week, so 2 to 3 times a month. I'm doing that, and then I'm doing a live video every week for the YouTube channel, and I'm doing a release every Friday that's actually pre-recorded and edited. So it's really taken up so much time and energy that I really haven't done a whole lot of pairings. And so I decided to offer offer a t-shirt and donate that, which I think they're pretty cool tees, but we'll get to that in a minute. But for those of you who maybe you are wondering like what my plans are, what I'm putting together this year, I threw a couple really nice Amazons together. I just threw one pair together this year. I saw probably about a dozen locks, and I wrote those down. Haven't seen a whole lot of action from the pair. They're still together over the last month. So I don't know if it took, if it didn't take, but to be perfectly honest with you guys, I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention to them. I've been so focused on my other projects right now and doing other things that don't really involve breeding and pairing animals up, that if it takes, that's a bonus. If it doesn't, I'm kind of not, it's not going to hurt my feelings, because I'm going to hopefully gear up for a better year this next season. So anyway, for you guys who are wanting Amazon tree boas, I'm probably not going to have anything unless this one pair takes. I don't know. Yeah, so with the merchandise, for those of you who have contributed and bought t-shirts and hats, I just want to say thank you. I'm not making any money off that, guys. I'm really just trying to take the channel to a new level. Really, that's what it is. Our next guest is going to be Keith McPeak. So you guys that are into Corallus, we're going to get into talking about Amazon tree boas. Keith also keeps Woma pythons and Boland's pythons. So after we talk about Amazon, so we can get our Corallus fix going, I'm going to spend some time talking about those things as well. And for those of you who've been around for any length of time, you know that Keith was really big in the short tail side of things years ago, and blood pythons. I mean, he was one of the godfathers of breeding blood pythons and short tail pythons. And he's bred a lot of different stuff, and now he keeps a lot of different species, and a lot of those or a large portion of his collection is Corallus. So I thought it'd be fun to get him on. He's got a lot of wisdom. He's seen the hobby progress over the years, so I thought it would be nice to bring him on. Anyway, so he's going to be coming on Wednesday, May 2nd at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For you guys that are interested in hearing some Aussie Python talk as well as some Corallus talk, make sure you tune in. That's blogtalkradio.com/Corallus-radio. And if you're having a hard time finding the link, just shoot me a private message on Facebook, and I can hit you up, put you in, get you the right links to listen to it. I can't talk today, guys. I have not been doing a whole lot today. I've been actually laying around because my wife's sick, so we've just had really a down day, and aside from cleaning snake cages, I haven't done hardly anything. Just watched some TV, and it's nice to have those low-key days, especially on Sundays, because it helps me get a little more prepared for the week coming up. But yeah, so anyway, let's talk about merch. So I don't have any of them in yet, but we only have, I placed an order of hats, and they're trucker hats for one, and they're camo. So they're not going to appeal to everybody. I've already sold all but one of them, so I'm pretty stoked about that, and I think that's really cool. And speaking of merch, I've had almost my entire order filled with t-shirts, and I'm actually probably going to tell them to increase the quantity, because I haven't gotten any of the merchandise yet. They still have it, and I think I'm going to tell them to just increase it and give me more, because I keep having people reach out to me. You know, at first I wasn't even going to do the hats, but I had like 4 or 5 people reach out to me one night, and they're like, hey, I want a hat, all at once. And I was like, I might as well run a small order of hats. And I've gotten pretty much all but one of those sold. And so anyway, thank you for doing that. You know, again, I'm not making money off of it. It's just, you know, it's really just trying to expand the brand, you know, Corallus Radio. I've got some cool designs in the works for Godbold Exotics. So for those of you who love the YouTube channel, I feel like I have a bigger following with the Corallus Radio than I do the actual YouTube channel. But the YouTube channel has actually been growing quite a bit every month. So we're averaging about 100 new subscribers every month, which isn't a lot, but when you're first starting out, that's pretty substantial, I think. So anyway, it's awesome. You know, we haven't even been around a full year, and we're already at over 400 subscribers. So I anticipate by June us already being at over 500. But anyway, so that's what's going on with that. I'm really excited about, you know, doing the merchandise thing. I've never done it before. It's kind of a new thing for me. I've always wanted to have, you know, t-shirts and stuff done, and I think that stuff's cool. You know, you know, I just think it's neat and fun, and so I tried it out. Hopefully you guys are happy with the products. I tried to get some t-shirts that are good quality. This brand of t-shirts I've actually purchased from other YouTubers. So the brand I know is like good quality, and you know, I tried to get enough of them to bring the price down so that it's reasonable. You know, you go to the mall, you're gonna spend 25 bucks on a t-shirt. So that's kind of where it's at. So for those of you who are interested in tees and hats, either through Godbold Exotics or Corallus Radio, hang tight or reach out to me. Everything's gonna be $25. So unless I'm doing a long sleeve t-shirt or a hoodie, which I do have some of those designs in the works as well, the hats and the short sleeve tees are always 25 bucks. So, and that includes shipping, guys. So, you know, shipping's thrown in there. So you don't have to worry about it. It's just flat 25 bucks. And you can PayPal me at godboldexotics@gmail.com. And guys, if you're gonna PayPal me, make sure you put a note in there. If you're ordering a shirt, tell me what size it is, and make sure that your PayPal account is hooked up to, like, that your privacy settings are such that your name appears whenever you send a payment. That way I know who it comes from. Otherwise, you're just sending me money, and I don't really have any way of verifying who it is, or I can't even put in an order because I don't know the size. So make sure you let me know. Otherwise, for some of you other guys out there that are uber concerned with your security and your bank account, you're welcome to send me cash in the mail. I have 2 people that have done that. I'm not opposed to that. All you do is go down there and tell me, you know, show me the receipt when you send it off, and that lets me know that you sent the money, and I can add your name to the order list. But anyway, so Yeah, that's the merch. And with that in mind, I did want to talk about one thing. So I thought it would be kind of fun for our Patreon supporters. So I have not been doing a whole lot with Patreon right now because I've been so busy with some other things. We've had family's been sick, and we had a death, and a close friend passed away. And we've had some other things going on that have just really, that are not even reptile related, more family stuff that have really taken me away from Patreon. But I've been able to maintain the podcast and the YouTube channel, which to me is the most important thing because that's what the donations are for. So I've really tried to stay on top of that. But anyway, so with all that stuff in mind, you know, I just haven't done a whole lot with Patreon, but I thought it would be really cool to do a giveaway. So I don't have the merch in front of me yet. I want to wait till I actually have it, and then I can show you guys through a video what you're going to be getting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everybody's name that has pledged on Patreon. And as of right now, I think we're at like 20 to 25 people. So there's not a whole lot of people that have pledged. But everybody's name will be entered once into a box or a bucket, and I'm going to pull a name out, and I'm going to send you a hat. Shipping's on me. You don't pay anything. So that's just me saying thank you to pledging to our Patreon page. I'm gonna do the same thing with a t-shirt. So whoever's name I pull out for the t-shirt, I'll reach out to you and let you tell me what size it is. I'll get your shipping information and send it off. Same with the hat. Obviously with trucker hats, it's one size fits all, so don't really have to know a size. But I will be reaching out to the names I pull. Now, a couple things. First rule is you have to be a Patreon supporter. So it doesn't matter if you're pledging $1 or you're pledging $20 a month. It doesn't matter the amount. It's for everybody that's a Patreon supporter. So you have to be a Patreon supporter. And for you guys that are Patreon supporters, I mean, this is the first of many giveaways that I'm gonna do because I feel like that's a really good way for me to say thank you to the people that support. So go over to patreon.com/JeffGodbold and support the channel. Again, pledges start at $1 and go all the way up from there. I'm not asking for you to pledge a certain amount, but in this case, there's not a whole lot of people that have started pledging yet because it's still pretty new. And I'm already giving merchandise away. And again, guys, shipping's on me, everything's on me. Now, the other rule is I have not done this for overseas yet, so you have to be in the US. So, got to be somebody that's pledging, regardless of amount, on Patreon, and it has to be someone within the continental US. The other thing is I can't do it for one prize per person. So if I pull your name for a hat, and I pull your name for a shirt, I'm gonna do a redo on the second item. So, or actually, I'll let you pick which one you want. If you want the hat more than the shirt, or vice versa, maybe you don't wear hats, I pull your name for a hat, I'll give you the shirt, and then I'll do another one for the hat. But if I pick your name twice, you're getting one item, I'll let you pick which one it is, and then I'll pull a name from there. So, one prize per person. That's really it. I'm gonna, as I stated, guys, I'm gonna keep this going. So I want to make this more of a frequent occurrence, and I'm going to also do video of the hats and the shirts once I have them in my possession, so you guys can actually see them. And you know, I will let you guys know the time and the actual day and all that stuff. So it's probably going to be a couple weeks, but it's just something I kind of want to get you guys thinking about. For those of you who are on the fence, they're like, you know, honestly, I think most people go to Patreon and pledge because they like the content that I put out. It's not because they're really expecting anything in return, but they're probably a small portion of people that are like, yeah, I do want some exclusive stuff. If that's what's been holding you back, now would be a good time to go pledge, because I mean, I actually be able to start giving you guys some stuff back. And I've already got some stuff that's ordered, and the hats should be here first. The shirts are coming shortly thereafter. So just stay tuned, you know, 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be doing it. My guess right now is probably around, I'll be doing it live, so it will be on a Sunday. And hopefully it's not like today, because no one is participating at all. I don't think anyone's watching. But anyway, that's what's going on there. I figured I'd end this because I wanted to, I've had a few of you reach out to me about my IJs. I bought a bunch, got a bunch in not too long ago. These are a couple of my little females, and I figured I would show you guys now that I've had them for a while. They're really starting to color up. You see those golds and browns and stuff starting to come in. See if I can get this in focus, but really starting to come in. So I've got two animals here. Both of them are females, but I mean, the colors are really starting to pop. So for those of you who don't know much about IJs, I don't really like that name. They're actually Papuan carpet pythons because that's where they actually live in the wild. Not Papuan pythons, Papuan carpet pythons. But they're very placid. They stay pretty small when compared to other carpet pythons. They're not a very large animal, you know. The girth is probably going to be about like that on an adult. I don't feed my animals very much, so I keep them on the smaller side, even females. I've seen some that are bigger, but you know, I had adult IJs several years ago when I was keeping them. By several years ago, actually it's been over a decade now that I think about it. I had mine around 4 feet, you know, 4 to 5 feet. They were not very big, but these are pure IJs. These were farm hatched. So these are not related to any of the lines right now in the country, and I did that by design because I kind of want to use this line and make it my own and kind of selectively breed so that I can get the phenotypes that you know, I'm looking for in Irian carpets. So anyway, I think they're starting to color up really good. They've all shed probably 2 or 3 times for me, but I figured you guys would like to see them. As you can tell, they're just very docile, curious little pythons, and very, very pretty, and just very cool animals. And you know, when it comes to carpets, they're probably my favorite. I like them more than jungles. I do love, you know, the breadlie and spilota. I love the diamond pythons, but IJs and diamonds are probably my 2 favorites, with breadlie coming in a close third, and that's pretty much it for carpets. But as of right now, the only carpets I have are the Papuan carpets. So that's really it. You know, I've got 5 of these that I'm raising up, and my theory with my projects is, except for my Amazon tree boas, which are kind of like my main focus, everything else I'm just trying to get 3 pairs. So 3.3 womas, 3.3 Irian Jayas, 3.3 emerald tree boas, which are Corallus caninus. These are not the basins. 3.3 of anything that I'm working with. Now I have an unveiling of a new project that I'm actually receiving on Tuesday. So again, guys, I've been putting a lot of energy into acquiring projects. I just solidified a new project that I'm going to be bringing in later this year. Now these are all captive born and bred. They're all babies, and they all go into quarantine. So I don't want you guys to start, you know, worrying about anything. I'm very selective in who I buy from. I could count them on 2 hands, and that's pretty much all I deal with. And I'm really cool about this new species that I'm getting, and it will be probably the last of the boa species that I work with. So I have my emerald tree boas, my Amazon tree boas, my Brazilian rainbow boas, and then this species. So hang in there. I'll probably do a live episode on Tuesday whenever I unbox. Listen, wait a minute. What was that? Hey, whoever you are, BB, you're commenting about Trump. I do not get into politics on my videos, so just don't really care to talk about politics or religion for that matter. But I'm an open book, so if any of you want to ask me about anything privately, that's fine. I'll give you my 2 cents. But I just don't really think I think there's enough with politics and religion. Social media's like just saturated with it. That my reptiles are kind of like an escape. This hobby is an escape from work. It's an escape from responsibilities that are stressful and taxing. And I like keeping politics and religion completely out of it. So, BB, I don't know if you're actually a supporter of the channel or if you are just someone trolling for your own political agenda. If that's the case, hit the unsubscribe and don't talk to me anymore, because I have nothing to say to you. And that's not because you're supporting Trump. It's just because I don't want that type of comments being posted on my channel. I don't care to talk politics or religion. That's that. But guys, I really hate politics. I just hate them. I just don't like them. I really just hate politics. Anyway, that's going to probably wrap this up for today. I know I was just kind of rambling on. Hopefully I'll have some things that are a little bit more fun for you guys to watch and listen to here in the future. But, you know, reach out to us. Subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us, obviously it's not an obligation, but you can go to patreon.com/JeffGodbold, and that's that. So pledges start at $1, and if you pledge, you will be included in the giveaway that's coming up in a couple weeks with some merchandise. So it's highly likely, like, your chances are much better to get pulled for the merchandise on this than if I had like 200,000 subscribers, because then I'd have more people on my Patreon channel. So Patreon page. So you know, if there's only like 20, 25 of you guys, it's much more likely that you'll get a chance to win something, you know. So yeah. And if you've already got something, let's say you support the Patreon page and you've already bought something, then that's totally cool. I will get you a different version because I have different designs. So don't fret over it. Anyway, hey, you guys take care, enjoy your Sunday, and have a safe week. And yeah, remember, we are pro conservation through education and propagation here at Godbold Exotics. All right, you guys take care. Bye.